Konnichiwa and Wagwan, mi family. Welcome back. Glad you made it. Welcome back. Glad you made it. It's not a social production. We're doing it on January the 22nd, 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, if it's your first time, buckle up, buckle down. Where can you find these videos? On Instagram. Follow me there. Subscribe on the YouTube channel so you get the full-length videos. Check out patreon.com/robsatcher if you'd like to fiscally, financially support the show. If you've been with me from the get-go, sending all the love right back to you wherever you're tuning in from, whether it's Canada, down south in the United States, over there in Europe, Asia, Africa, Antarctica, South America, of course, over there in the Caribbean islands, over there in on top of pyramids, all over the world, the Incas, the Aztecs. Over there in Eastern Europe, Western Europe, Mid-Europe, South of Europe, over there, all over the place. Underwater, over water, hovering in it, we'll get to it, hovering in UAPs or whatever else you're hovering in. Wherever you are, I hope you're doing well. Welcome back. And let's just remember, let's just remember, meme what you say and say what you meme. Feeling good? Let's get started. Ladies and gents, lots has been going on. It is, oh man, we are back. I feel alive because I am, because otherwise, dead people don't feel alive. But I feel like because I am, we're back. America's back, baby. We're back. America's back. The world is back. America didn't go nowhere. We never went. We never left. As the world is humanity, all of us, because it just feels like a good spirit is in the air. Something's in the air. It's good spirits, and America's fucking back, baby. I don't know about you guys, but I woke up this morning and out of the spirit of just getting into it. This is what I did to start. I took out 700 terrorists, single-handedly. Konnichiwa, honey, right there, dude. 700, one by one. And then I took out around 1,000 communists as well. 1,000 commies, 700 terrorisms, took them all out just because I'm like, we're fucking back. Let this eagle fucking fly. I said that and it did. And it feels good. We just got inaugurated. Putting the Nogger back in inauguration to all my Noggers out there. It was a great inauguration. I wasn't there and I didn't see the whole thing. But I sure did check out a few moments that were memorable that I'd like to talk to you guys and gals about, and I will. But we're inaugurated, baby. It's the 47th is in. The White House is feeling good. White House is. There's a lot to discuss. Let's just get right into it because it's a beautiful time to be alive. 2025. I feel like it's gonna be our year. It's gonna be good stuff. An inauguration went down. A lot of people went. A lot of beautiful people went. You went. I didn't go personally. I was busy. Busy man. Doing stuff. Next time. But what happened? The memorable moments of the inauguration. Let's just get right into it if we may together. I'll say this. Elon Musk gave a beautiful speech. We are back. We're going to be going first and foremost. I just want to say my heart goes out to all of you out there as well. And Elon gave the best speech, one of the better speeches out there, one of the best speeches in the top 1,000 speech, probably up there. It's probably up there. And we're going to go to Mars. He's gonna be working hard. We're gonna be working hard. It's gonna be good stuff. It's gonna be good times. It's gonna be good times. Working hard. Everybody benefiting. Everybody just fucking getting up and saying, "Let's get it." And what's important is that our hearts go out to one another. Because that's my heart, dude. He said a speech and he did a hand gesture with the heart and it was beautiful. Because hearts, when you can grab the stats and you can read off the papers, but when it's a matter of the heart. When it's just heartfelt, from one heart to the other hearts out there, it just feels good. And then we feel you, Elon. Our hearts go out to you too. Feels good to have hearts reaching out to one another. And people talk, and that was one of the. I just want to jump on a beautiful, relatable, totally normal, everyday trillionaire. I just want to jump on people and say, so did he give Did he give it? What was that? What was that? What was the? Did he get? And they'll clip it, and they'll clip it, and they'll only show you this part. They won't show you this part where he was grasping, he cupping a tit, dude, cupping a tit, and saying, "My heart goes out to all of you," right there, dude. That's how you, and that's totally normal. So beautiful. It went down like that, and yeah, people jump on it. Some people jumped on, oh, was he giving a Nazi salute? Is Elon and low-key not? Okay, let's just cool our jets before we start. It's over. It's over. Pointing to randoms and saying they're Nazis or they're whatevs. They're doing like, secret signs on the, I'll say this. I don't know Elon. I definitely don't believe he's a Nazi. I definitely don't think he was doing a Nazi salute. I think he was just saying, my heart goes out to all the people out there. He did it twice, once facing the audience, the heart goes out to the audience, and then, the proper person with this audience on the back, you turn around and it says, my heart goes out to the audience members behind me as well. You say that. All right? Completely normal, regular, everybody does it. It's normal, no need to make a big fuss and all that stuff. Is it a Nazi salute? Okay, it's not, all right? And I'll say this, before we get all judgy about what we're gonna get upset about and what we're not gonna get upset about, let's be honest, all right? It's 2025. Let's get an objective look at the situation at hand. Nazis, not, for the most part, not cool. Biggest part that was not cool, obviously, the horrific events. And the killing of the Jews, the gypsies, the gays, the handicapped people, anybody who didn't, whatevs, you didn't properly speak like German with the right accent or whatevs. The things get out of hand, 100%. No bueno. Those aspects, no bueno. But certain aspects, very much bueno. Very, indeed bueno. We love it. We collectively love it. I personally, I'm just another dude living in 2025, things that we enjoyed from the Nazis. You love going to the moon, right? You love going to the moon. You want to go to Mars. They had a good part in all of that, all right? Recruited them. We know this. This is the old time. I'm not going to go out and recap all this stuff that you guys and gals already know. The US recruited some Nazi scientists, the Russians recruited some, and they went to the moon, and we went to the moon. We went to the moon first. Everybody goes to the moon. So that's how you want to go to the moon. You want to be efficient about it. You get yourself some Nazis at that time. Now you just get like people from all around the world working in NASA. But originally that's the so if you no Nazis, but like take me to the moon also, Nazi. You'll say that like no Nazis for me. Yuck Nazis. And the next thing you know, you hop in your Beamer or your Merc and you just like swerving on a highway, just enjoying great handling. Oh, let me get into this Volkswagen because it's fuel efficient and they also make a diesel engine, or they used to. I don't even know anymore if they still do or not. But nonetheless, you'll hop in your Volkswagen, I hate Nazis. God, yuck, Nazis. Ugh. And it's true. You'll wear your beautiful Hugo Boss suit, or you're just, nothing twists my titties harder than Nazis while you're, typing up on your Microsofts and drinking your Coca-Colas and using your IBMs and doing stuff with the bank and driving your Ford, your GMs, your Fords. All of us. There's so many companies collaborated simultaneously, and they still exist. Before we go, I'll use the consumer goods and services. Thank you very much. Well, where I draw the line is, some sort of a hand gesture. Palm down, fingers out. That's where I draw the line. I will enjoy the nice engineering, but if you just salute in a weird way, so it is a little something, just let it go. It's not a Nazi, chill, relax. I'll say, I say we bring it back, to be honest with you. We got to bring back a lot of things. I think, the biggest thing we don't bring back, obviously, killing the Jews. Horrible. Everything else. And that was the big downfall. If he did, because like Hitler, if he just did everything he didn't concentrate on killing Jews, he would have probably taken over the world. He would have probably taken over the world. And that is, and we'll get to that as well later on. We'll get to that as well later on. I'm just saying, so a lot of things, horrible, but honestly, hand gestures, the swastika, honestly, does it, can we, I know, it's stolen, all right? It's all around the world. It's one of those symbols that's been tainted. How many things does he get? How many things, you ruined that mustache, that weird mustache. I know it's not even like, it doesn't even look that great, but still, you'd want to be able to like rock it every once in a while just for the fucks of it, because you'd be like, oh, they used to do it with the weird mustache right down the center. But you can't. How many things does he get? He got one thing, we'll give him, fine, the mustache, okay, fine. Nobody does the mustache anymore. But hand gestures? Come on, dog, how many hand gestures do we even get? In total, how many hand gestures do we even get? I'm glad, I'll say this, I'm happy he didn't have like one of those like cool fucking urban, you know what I'm talking, one of those urban handshakes, one of those fast twitch handshakes. I can't even do them, but you know what I'm talking, when brothers run into each other and they just like fucking dab each other up and it's just like, all over the place, just fucking hands are like interlocking and just clicking and popping, and it's like, god damn, I wish I could do a couple of those. I can't, but I'm glad he didn't do one of those. Imagine he like popped off every time he met a fellow Nazi and they just fucking log popped and dropped, and like that was the thing. But yeah, this is just heart to heart going out to everybody all around the world, and it's just what it is, baby. Love, peace, unity. That's what it's all about. But yeah, the hand gestures. How many? It's hard to come up with good hand gestures. So if we got one, fucking keep it or take it back. I say it's high time we take it back. High time we take it back. Not too many, because I'll say this, a lot of hand gestures I don't even see anymore. Like the things that I used to see, not so much even in person, maybe in media. Every once in a while I'd see a person using certain hand gestures. I don't even see, I'm talking this, you don't see this anymore. This was this sort of a thing. I don't even, it's kind of like one of those innate feelings. I'm sure we did that at one point together. Nobody does this, and nobody does this anymore. And there's variants of it. There's this, there's this one, there's like this. I don't know, I've seen this one. I don't know what this is, but this is no good. Like if you're like, oh, I'm not having it with you. I don't know what that is. Again, it's just another version of this. You got this is right there. The one-handed, fangola, right there. Double-handed, one-handed. Not too many hand gestures that are, so, and we don't see these anymore. You barely see a middle finger. Middle fingers used to be actually like, this was the middle finger. And then at one point we were like, that's a little too tight. Let's do this instead. So we went from this, this doesn't happen anymore. Most people are like, oh. So this doesn't even happen. And thumbs up is just like, whatever. So you're doing a good job. Keep doing it. So it's like, if we got hand gestures, let's just use them. I say we bring it back. He doesn't get that. He gets the mustache. One thing he gets, mustache, everything else we keep. All right, including the great engineering and the food and the rubber and the everything, all of it. Engineering, all of it. Fucking computers, let's go. All of it. But yeah, the people that's everything but this, if you do this, it's over. He's a Nazi. I'm pretty sure he's not. And again, it's finding your middle finger. I believe the middle finger was, I forget which battle, but it was between, that's what I heard, that's what I read way back. I forget which battle, I forget which people, but they used to capture one another. This is in the bow and arrow times, and they used to, whip it with the fucking, right there, dude. Use the middle finger to draw back. If you capture somebody, the enemy, you cut their middle finger, and they couldn't draw back as efficiently as they would with a middle finger. And so if whoever was winning, every once in a while, they'd pop out from the trenches and be like, right there, still got it. Just shot in the thumb again, the middle finger. Oh no, you shot my middle finger off. Bleeding all over just because, taking a moment to show it off. So it didn't even mean fuck you. Back then it was just like, I'm still intact. That's what it was. Like, look at this, still intact motherfucker right here. You'll say that. People used to do that. So yeah, the salute, we bring it back together slowly but surely. But make sure you clasp the heart first. Maybe this is important. Don't just go straight to the, what I'm talking about? Down the line, we'll get there, but still, heart to heart, dude. It feels right. Fucking heart. My heart goes out to everybody out there. I just want to say that. Fucking, it's just humans interacting. and bringing good hand gestures back. So let's just stay cool, calm, and collected. We're off to a good start, and I feel like, oh, we're just, again, if you have not gotten up this morning and killed a bunch of terrorists, I don't know what you're doing with your life. But I feel good, I'll say that. Thank you. Other memorable events, of course, Mark Zuckerberg was there. Beautiful. Mark Zuckerberg was there. He was shown on cameras. That's the thing with cameras, man. You can't even be a dude anymore. You can't even be, and I don't even blame him for this one. He was caught sneaking a peek at them hush puppies, fam. Sneaking a peek at them hush puppies. I didn't even know who he was looking at. It was a lady in a white dress. Lady in a white dress with the hush puppies out there with them airbags, you know? Just fucking putting it out there. And the video showed him he's looking at these titties, and I had to read about it briefly to find out whose titties are these titties. Why are we looking at these titties? And it so happened to be beautiful titties, rich titties. Belong to Jeff Bezos's chicks. That's whose tits they are. It's Jeff Bezos's chicks' titties. That's who Mark was checking out, and I don't blame him. First of all, he's a dude. That's programmed in us. You can't just put it out there and not expect it. It's right there. It'd be rude not to look. The only way it wouldn't be rude is if you put on the hush puppies and somebody was blind. Then you'd be like, okay, this guy's not rude, clearly lacking the gift of sight. He can't see. But if you got eyes and are out there, it'd be rude of you not to look. It'd be like taking out something beautiful and not having people look at it. It's rude if you don't. So you gotta appreciate it. He looked and it was nice. So we're all happy for Jeff Bezos, Uncle Jeff. It's fucking Amazon right there, dude. Bringing things to people. Big business. Give it up for big business. Taking out mom and pops one step at a time. But nonetheless, big business is good for everybody's drop shipping. Everybody's doing good. It's nice. I supported it. I got this from Amazon. I believe some, it's fucking super cheap, dude. Super cheap, and I don't even know how it's like $11. I'm probably contributing to a little bit of child labor. I'm giving back. I feel good about it. I don't even think it's child labor, to be honest with you. It's just mostly print. It's not even great like material or anything. Maybe some child's did the printing or like make sure that it's printed right, or so there's not even a tag on it. There's no name, nothing. It's just like $11. Shipped from all the way from the other side of the world to my doorsteps for $11. That's crazy. So mom and pop shops, as much as I love you, fucking make me an offer I can't refuse. $11, and even child labor included. So that's, I'm guessing. I don't even know, dude. I hope they're getting jobs. All I'm saying is we're all in it together. No, those tits were great, and he's a man, and he's on the juice. I think he's gotten a little bit thicker. I'm not quite sure if he has or not. But no, even if he's not on the juice, he's working out. Testosterone rises, you see tits, you turn around. Even without the T, you turn around anyway. Everybody's looking. So, yes, should he have to answer when he gets back home to his old lady? I'm sorry, I was looking at these magnificent. No, he shouldn't. No man should be held accountable for taking a peek at them hush puppies, them little muffin tops right there, dude. It's a great day to be alive and looking at tits, I'll say that. But nonetheless, it was a beautiful event. We all got inaugurated. Those are the main events that another person who stole the show, what's Trump's younger kid, Barron Trump, tall kid, stood up, did one of these, crowd went nuts, and it just made me like, I'm good with my height, but if I could be taller, it's one of those things. It's good to be taller. You can never be tall enough. Maybe there's some range, but 7, how tall is he? Like 12 feet tall? I do feel bad about the whole White House thing. They're gonna have to smash all the doors in just to make room for him to walk in, but that's part of it. It's a gift it's just a gift. It's a really good gift. It's fucking, a tall person. You just fucking, it makes the future looks bright. The future looks long. I don't know what it is. Tall people have that effect. I wish I had like another, if I could have had like 2 feet. I made an appointment. I'm getting my shins done this Wednesday. This coming Wednesday, I'm getting my shins done. I'll come in with an extra foot. I don't care, dude. It just because I saw the impact, dude. He got up, 18 years old, did one of these. The crowd went nuts, and it's all mostly due to tall fucking wins, dude. Tall wins. Because if he was like 5'2", he did one of these, it would have been just, he's a good kid. Still got, he's got a lot to work on. But like right now, he's standing at like what, 13 feet tall. He walks and goes like this. You just hand him the presidency right now. Just do it right now. Let's just fucking follow lead. I don't know what it is about it, but it's just tall. It makes sense. It's not spoken much, but it makes sense. He's really tall. It makes me want to do things. It makes me want to be tall. It makes me want to be a taller man. It makes me want to be a taller man. And that's why I made the appointment. But nonetheless, that's, so he's got a great, bright future, 18 years old. Great, bright future ahead of him. And we're looking forward to whatever unravels in the year. I hope he, fucking does jujitsu, does a little all-time athlete, fucking, starts a company, shuts it down, then starts it back up again. And then in, 20 years, runs for presidency. Look at me, shut it down, open it back up, and I'm here now, taller. Oh, I hope he grows even taller. He's only 18. He could only grow taller till probably 21, 22-ish. Still, some people, maybe he's a late bloomer. Maybe this is just the beginning. Good God, he comes back in 20 years and he's just fucking 20 feet tall. Oh my God. The future is long. The future is long, man. Again, that's why I'm getting my shins done. Daddy long shins. Short wouldn't have that same effect. He could have been the same person. It just doesn't. That sucks. And I'm happy with mine, but again, it does suck. You don't, 5'2" doesn't get the same thing. You could be the best person, 5'2". It's just not what tall makes you feel comfortable. I don't know what it is. Maybe ancestrally, it's just like tall, could see over things. You could see the enemy on the horizon. I don't know. I'm not gonna get this, 4'11" guy to look. Let's have this, 7'11" guy have a peek, and he looked over and said, everything's fine, because they probably did that. The shorter guy probably looked once and everything looks fine. Yeah, we should all go to sleep. They went to sleep and got just murked at like 3:37 in the morning. And they're like, okay, from now on, moving forward, we're gonna have the tall guy get up and look. You can see a little bit further. I think that's what it goes down. I feel good about it. But that's just a little bit of the inauguration, man, and just looking at tits. How to, essentially give them compliments. That's what that is. So if you see tits, look at them. If you see people, salute them and let them know your hearts are always going. It's good to let each other know our hearts are going out to one another. It's good to be tall. These are the things that I captured from the inauguration. I feel good about it. Ladies and gents. What else is happening? Let's just mix it up and see what happens. Let's have a little bit of fun. So you just had a brand new baby and it won't shut the fuck up. And it's a thing. Let me help you deal with it quickly. You had a baby, it's come out, it's beautiful, it's ugly, you say it's beautiful anyway. Wow, look at it cry, it's annoying, I get it. It won't shut the fuck up. What do? You could always leave them. Leave your baby. If you have extra rooms in your house, leave the baby in one room. Go to another room. If they're crying, it'll be over with, and feed them, change it. But if they're crying just leave them, get out of the room. You don't have to be there all the time. They don't even know you're there. They don't even know you're there. They don't know you're not there. Anybody could walk in, a week-old baby, anybody could pretend they're the mom. You could have just given this baby birth. A week later, just lactating lady walks up to your baby, sticks a tit in his or her mouth. Baby doesn't discriminate. Baby will latch on and just suck her dry. That's babies for you. So if it's crying, just leave them. You could, get headphones, turn up some music, put on some podcast. Just ignore it. Honestly, it takes a few years. It's a lot of crying. Put on earphones, put on headphones, put on earbuds, listen to some good tunes. And watch your baby grow in, with a good beat, with a good vibe. Don't let them ruin a good time. If they are, relentless, they're crying, start crying in their face. I'm a baby. Get in their face. What is the baby just, how does it feel, baby? How does it feel? Cry in their face. Let them deal with a little bit of, you got something to cry about. They're brand new. You're a full-lived human being with all sorts of experiences. You can draw on those experiences and you could shed a couple tears right now if the occasion calls for it. You could just make a puddle right here. But babies, just I don't know. No words, just cry. So just do that. Ignoring always works. What else? You could turn up loud music wherever they are crying, so it just mutes it. Just put on some heavy metal, some rap music, and just turn it up. It'll just, they've got lungs on them, but they're tiny. They're tiny. There's no way. If you got a good sound system in your place, if you turn it all the way up, you won't even hear the baby. You won't even hear the baby. If you're not into music and or entertainment, then I would suggest blending. Get a juicer, get into juicing, start fucking juicing, dude. Get in the kitchen and just go through vegetables. Just every time you hear that baby cry, just start carrots, celery, whatever, kale, put it in there, all of it, just mix it up. Apples, bananas, just mute that baby. These are just some ways you could, take the baby out, to a large construction area where they're doing construction and the baby's crying. The construction will just go right over the baby and you won't even hear that baby cry. Just thoughts that came to my mind, trying to give back to families who are dealing with new babies or, older, toddlers or whatever, babies who are just like growing up and still crying. So you're welcome. I did that just because I felt like, family is important. Family is important, but babies are fucking annoying. So let's be honest with each other. What else is going on that I like to discuss with you guys? Of course, this one is going out to another portion of the community, because we reach around and just, touch all the bases. I don't just, it's not just the ladies, it's not just, the elderly, it's not just the babies, it's not just plants and animals that we care about everything, we care about everybody. Even little teeny tiny groups that are not, getting the attention that sometimes they think they might, need or deserve. Doesn't matter. People are people. Everybody needs love, and that's why I'm gonna say right here, right now. People, men's, I'm talking to you right there. You with the big cock. Are you feeling like, you got a big cock and it is just, it's not as, people have their assumptions about you. Johnny's got a big cock, must be great, Johnny big cock. They'll say that, but maybe it's come with some down, sides that you might not have anybody like help you, guide you through that journey. And I'll just say a few things on men's with large cocks. Yeah, it could totally be great during the sexuals, especially the first time, because like you whip it out. And if it's large, it'll get that, you'll see it in her eyes or his eyes, whatever, you'll see the reaction. And that reaction is fucking priceless. That and being tall, if you could just, those two reactions, what I do for those two reactions. But nonetheless, that's great. But other times you're finished with it. You're finished doing the beautiful deed that is the sex, that is the, the double-faced beast, the human pretzel, the human origami system that you're working on, that little trapeze, that little, you're working with your Cirque du Soleil shit. You're into like, you're contorting your body parts in all sorts of amazing shapes and forms. But nonetheless, once that's done and over with, you're gonna go, I'm gonna just put on my pants and just put on my socks and shoes and get out of here, because we'll link up later. You'll say, the next thing you know, you're caught up in a big cock and you trip and you fall. And there's nobody there to console you. I'm just here to let you know that it's okay. We all trip and fall. You're not alone there, fella. Sure, most of life is treating you well, but sometimes we all trip and fall, and because of your big cock, you just tripped and fell and you got a bruise on your inner thigh, and it is annoying. And yeah, you could definitely go tell your friends, but they all know you. You could tell your mom and your dad and your sister and your cousin, but they all know you. They've known you for so long. Oh, Johnny Big Cock got a bruise on his inner thigh. They'll say that. No empathy. Why? Just because the man's got a huge cock? Come on, we're all human. I feel you out there, Big John. I feel you out there. All right, you're not alone. Other times where it might be like, an impediment, and not, you go to the airport. Everybody likes to go through security really quickly as possible, but you'll get there and everybody's like, all right, hands up. You do the, take off your pants, take off your shoes, take off your, your socks. You gotta do a body search, and you're in your underwear, or maybe you still got your pants on, but they see a huge bulge. They see this massive bulge of a cock in your, and you tell them, you're like that, and what is this? And they'll tap it. They've got one of those large flashlights that the ones that security guards carry. And they'll tap your cock, and they'll tap your cock and they'll say, what you got in there? And it's not so convenient, not so great to have a huge cock right then and there, is it? Because small, regular sized penises, you know, you do your regular check, nobody's asking questions. Huge, massive cock, he taps on the cock dude with a flashlight, which is dehumanizing for some, and that could happen. And to you, I just want to say you're not alone out there. You're not alone out there, and they're not believing you. You're like, I got a huge cock. You're like, I don't think you do. You don't look like the type of fella that's got it. We're gonna have to take another look at this. If you'll just step a couple of ways this way and accompany us into this private room, we're gonna have a look and see if you've got a big cock or not. Next thing you know, you're in a private room and they take off your underwear and he's still tapping your huge cock with a flashlight. What is this? He's asking. It's my huge cock. He'll say that. It's my huge cock. Won't you let me just board my plane? I gotta go to Tahiti and meet my family. He'll say that. It's like, I don't believe you, son. I don't believe this is a huge cock. Next thing you know, you're getting cupped. You're getting cupped. Maybe he's putting it in his mouth. Maybe he's right there gagging. I don't believe this. This is not I don't believe that. We'll see if this is a huge cock in about 2 to 5 minutes, 1 to 3 minutes. We'll see if this is a huge cock. Next thing you know, jizz all over the face. All right, sir, thank you. Seems like you do have a huge cock. And guess what? Regular sized penises and smaller sized penises would have never had to go through such ordeals. But you're out there, man. I feel you. It's okay. You're not alone. With huge cock comes huge responsibility. So know that your fellow brethren and sistren are out there, and we do think of you, not just as a piece of meat, not just as a good time Johnny, but, you know, just a human being, more than flesh. You've been squirting for 72 hours and you can't stop. I myself have dealt with a very similar circumstance. This was probably back in '97 when I went for 3 days straight, just squirting 72 hours nonstop. And I had a moment to myself where I said, is this gonna be my life? Is this gonna go on forever? I was alone, I was scared. I was going through thoughts in my mind of what could be the future. And I was low-key a little bit, you know, I was in a bit of a panic. But then I came through it all, and I just want to let you know, if you've been squirting for 72 hours, you're not alone. Sure, there's a huge puddle around you. Sure, there's not even a drain system in your dwelling right now to let out all the bodily fluids that you've been squeezing out of your beautiful body, but it is accumulating. Sure, you've lost a couple of pets because they're small little puppies or cats and dogs. They've drowned. You accidentally, unintentionally, due to no fault of your own, you've drowned your beautiful babies. You could have picked them up, but there's like 3 of them. Maybe you could have picked 2 of them up, and you accidentally drowned one of your pets. They understand. Of course, they would have loved to stay with you much longer, but it's not your fault. You've been squirting for 72 hours. Your family members can no longer be around you. Like, enough is enough. Only 50 to 20 minutes max, 45 minutes to 3 hours of squirting. What is this 72 hours of squirting? Jenny, they'll say that. Jen, you're not alone. You're not alone out there. Your boyfriend's embarrassed to be around you. Your cousins don't want to hang out. Your friends are like, what do you want to do? Do you want to go out to the whatever? You want to go to the malls and do the shoppings and go catch a movie afters? And you're like, I'd love to. And they come and they enter your dwelling. And once again, as soon as they open the door, just, there's a whole flood of bodily fluids, vaginal fluids, jizz, female, man, the male jizz, just squirting. Doesn't matter. It's your bodily fluids. And it's all over, and they're like, oh, God, Jenny, what'd you do this for? You're gonna go to the mall and go catch a movie after. Look, we're all wet now, and their shoes are wet, and it's slimy. And some of them may fall and slip on their way back out to their car, of course. Now they can't drive. Now it's a whole emergency, 911 emergency. What? Oh, my friend just went on for 72 hours and squirted all over the place. I went in to pick her up, and I opened a door and I got slippery and went, and I fell and broke my hip, and I can't move now. My tit's dislocated. You dislocated your friend's tits, Jen. It's not your fault though. And you're not alone out there. You're not alone. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that we need a little bit more acceptance. We need a little bit more accommodation, a little bit more understanding for one another, I think. And honestly, the bright side of it is like if you have any like if you have any like friends who are like into swimming, family, friends, lovers who are into swimming, you can just invite them over. If you've been squirting for 72 hours, fill up the place and just go for a swim in bodily fluids. Because what's with all the like, oh, I need some water to go swimming. No, you don't. Bodily fluids are wet. They're just as good, if not better. Because like swimming pools, public swimming pools, how many people have gone in there? That's pretty gross if you think about it. It's the human. It's a cesspool of all sorts of bacteria and germs. Sure, they'll put chlorine in it, and that just smells more like jizz. So you might as well, cut the middleman and just swim in jizz. Just 2 feet of jizz. Way better than a public pool who people sometimes urinate in. And you're like, yeah, again, the chlorine kills it all. Does it though? Does it? Or is that what they just say? I think the chlorine just has a really strong smell. And yeah, the chlorine kills it all. How do you know? How do you know? It's still in there. Still in there. Oh, you can take a huge shit in the pool. The chlorine will kill it. They'll get you swimming in a pool filled with shit, and there's no chlorines in it. Don't worry about it. You're chewing on shit. You're like, I don't think this is good. They're like, don't worry about it. It's got chlorine in it. Shit tastes like shit and chlorine now. I don't know if it's any better. But nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just letting you know, if you've been squirting for 72 hours, you are not alone, sister. You are not alone. What else is going on in and around the world? Beautiful people. I'll say this. There was the UFC 311s. That's what was up this past weekend. UFC 311s. I did miss it. I'm not gonna lie. I did miss it, but my heart and spirit were there because I love the fighting games. It's right there. I'm gonna just recap. I believe some really strong men and women just got in there and just jiu-jitsu the shit out of each other, dude. I try to watch the highlights, but the highlights aren't available that well. It is. You got to really like look for it. It's just I rather watch the live events. But some Eastern European men's or just some European men's and other men's like really got in there and fucking just dominated one another, which is pretty cool. But I'll say this: if you wanna, what I've gathered over the years, the rolling is extremely important. That's what I've learned. Rolling is very important. You gotta know how to roll, which is why I have personally started rolling with alligators and crocodiles. Every morning that I get up for an hour and 20 minutes, I roll with a baby crocodile or an alligator. And I recommend you do the same. You can never get enough practice rolling. Of course, you could do it with humans, but if you can conquer alligators and crocs, humans will be much easier to handle anyway. I recommend everybody do this. I got a baby croc and I feed it, and it's still a child, but I roll with it. Doesn't matter. I know it's gonna grow up bigger, and I'll deal with it when it gets bigger as well. But I recommend this to everybody if you really want to, because that's what they love to do. They roll. Alligators roll when they bite you, when they take you. The crocs like to bite you and take you down and roll with you. When they're younger, when they're small, and roll with them, bite them. That's how they know they love you, and that's how you know they love them. That's how they know that you love them. That's your heart. That's how it goes out right there to the alligators, to the crocs. Roll with them. Bite them. Of course, you can't use biting in traditional matches, but those are sanctioned. If we're talking real fucking streets, biting is part of it, dude. I will gnaw on your kneecap if need be. But they will get to a certain age, of course, where they're gonna probably want to bite back. By then, I hope you've accumulated enough skills to be able to detect when a huge bite is coming in and really, really get into it. Just fist them right in the mouth. Just put your fist entirely in its mouth. Just put a full leg in there. They can't chew a whole leg. I've put a whole leg in there. That's again very much parallel to actually street fighting. If you get caught up in a situation where you can't they're bigger than you. They're bigger. Put your foot in their mouth. Put your dirty feet in their mouth. Put your dirty feet in. They will gag and throw up and run away. Most cases they'll do that, and unless they happen to be into some feet fetish shit, and that relationship will quickly evolve and change from fighting to, hey, do you want to grab drinks after? Which is, why not? Who can't have one more friend? Ladies and gents. Let us just skirt for a second. I did mention in the beginning there was a little bit of a, I don't like themes. I fucking love themes. I love themes. Hitler salutes Nazis, somewhat related. I did read an article, which I believe I read some time ago again, but again, it just pull on some memory strings. And I like to discuss this with the peoples and ask a couple of questions. If we can get some answers, it would be fantastic. Read this article, read it before, but it just sparked a memory. Unity Mitford. This was one of Hitler's British groupies, maybe girlfriends, maybe, I don't know their relations exactly. But what's happened is her diaries have come out. And apparently this young lady, who at the time may have been underage, I don't know the full details of it, to be honest with you. It doesn't, maybe she was, I don't know the details, I don't know. But in her diaries, it claims that she met with Hitler 139 times. Yeah, there was this chick, Unity Mitford, part of the Unity Mitford. They're the Mitford sisters. Happened to be, I believe, Churchill's wife's cousins or something. Well, like a socialite, not a social levy, but a socialite. You know what I'm talking about? One of them rich chicks that like fucking get out there and socializes, and that's what they do. They're socialites. They're fucking, they get out there and their dad's rich and their dad's rich. They generationally, that's how you become a socialite. Generational wealth, you're a socialite. You get out there, what do? I'm a socialite. Never been a socialite. You put it out, that's what you do as a socialist. Like, they get out there. Back in the day, when he was coming up, when Hitler was coming up, in the midst of it, doing it. Because, it was a thing. It was a thing, Just like anybody, people have groupies. He had his groupies too, and these were some of them. They were British, which would suck because like you again, Churchill's wife's cousins or second cousins. You're related to the people who are like upper echelon, fighting the Nazis, and then you're like, oh, my second cousin or whatever, my wife's cousin is meeting up with Hitler 139 times and having relations of sorts. Who they were allegedly at one point, it was depicted they stayed up till 3 a.m. doing God knows what. Maybe just being completely platonic, or also, kinky as fuck, dude. Kinky as fuck, doing shit. And I don't know many details, but it was just one of those highlights that reminds you there's many things, many documents, many like historical, cultural documents that get like put under the rug, that just, you brush it under the rug, you put it in a vault, you put it in a bank, you tie it up, you put it in a safe and nobody looks at it. And it's just interesting stories. They're just interesting stories about our history, about our collective culture. And what happened just reminded me, of Hitler's alleged death, which I still have questions about. What happened? Because apparently still, like, that's the thing. The story goes, the general, popular consensus is that he suicided himself along with his, mistress, or, side piece / like major, main piece, top bitch, bottom bitch, on top, Eva Braun, who allegedly suicided, and then, that was it. And then bodies, you're like, what about the bodies? And what about the bodies? There should be some bodies left if they suicided. And then they said that there were bodies. That's people, general consent, there were bodies. Russian soldiers found them. Bodies somehow may have gotten burnt, allegedly burnt bodies. Most of the bodies are burnt, nothing left. Maybe a little bit of the jaw, maybe a little of the skull, maybe a little bit of it. And the Russians have these. They have a jaw. There's a jaw apparently. Maybe a skull and maybe a jaw. And people are like, well, let's test these jaws and the skull. Let's test it, see who it belongs to. Because it'd be interesting to know if he actually did kill himself or not. You know what I'm talking about? Because there's, because you'd think a person like that who has been, again, very efficient, very, calculated, very, it wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility that he had some sort of escape plan. Some sort of a, plan B, say we dead, but we in whereas, South America is one of those popular things. They're like, yes, of course. And then you have the you have the Germans in Argentina who have, full-blown Germanic little, you'll go there. I haven't been there, but that's what I hear. That's what I've seen. That's what I've read. You'll go there in parts of Argentina, and all of a sudden there's this, there's a German fella speaking Deutsch, being blonde and just fucking blonde and blue Deutsch, right there in the middle of Argentina. What are you doing here? Nothing, just regular Argentinian doing regular Argentinian activities. They'll say that, but who knows? That's what I want to know. This is what people need to work together if we have this, because it's important. A historical, cultural, it'd be nice to know if he did. Is that skull the one that the Russians have? The jaw, is that his jaw? Can we do it? Because they say there's been maybe alleged tests on the jaw, and it comes back that it's like a 40-year-old woman's jaw. So nobody knows. Nobody. That's as much as we got, and that's So bring it back. Let's get it. You can't just who would get that job? Why did the Russians have it? Who did? Shouldn't that? Who gets? I'm not saying. Should the German government take it back? Is it Germany's jaw? Because why would it? Or would it be like America's jaw? Because we, America won. We collectively, the West won collectively. It's our jaw. I want some answers. Is what I want. I don't care who has it. Really, I just want some answers. If we can get into it. DNA test and see, because it's important. It's important whether or not, because you wonder, what if he did get away? What if he has children's all around the world? What if he has children's all around the world? And that's the only way, because that's the thing. You need his DNA, and then but how would you even if you got one skull or one jaw, how would you know it's his jaw or skull? And what, dental records? How, dental records from 100 years ago? It's shady stuff, dude. It's shady stuff. It's secrecy, and I'm curious, because that's the thing. If it's because what if you find out, because that's the thing, what if you find out he has kids, dude, just change their names and moved all around the world, he has 200 kids, how would you know? How would you know? He's 200 kids with, just socialites, just fucking walking around, just hearts out to everybody out there. You know what I'm talking about? I don't even know what I'm talking about, I'm just saying. He probably has kids. That's why they don't want you to. That's where my mind goes. If you don't do the test, he probably has had kids, grandkids all around the world. That's why you don't want. Because that's the thing. Once everybody's once everybody's genetics gets siphoned into. Once we all become merged with machines and robots, and everybody's stats and the gaze, the way you walk, the way you talk, the way you're. The way you blink, everything gets put into a database, and DNA gets put in there, and everything just more so morphed into the machine, and all of a sudden you're like, oh shit, look at your ancestry, who's your granddad? You're like, oh, my granddad was just farmer or whatever, great granddad maybe robbed a couple of farmers, the other two before him was work with wood and iron and shit, and you're like, who's your granddad? You're like, oh, DNA test, nobody on nothing. It's don't worry about it. It's because it'd be interesting. It'd be interesting to look into. That's all I want to know. If you can, if you got the bone, if you got the jaws, do a test. If you got them, if we can get people to talk together and come together. It'd be interesting. Ladies and gents, what else is going on in and around the world? I believe there was a whistleblower. Excuse me. A little spit just. It's from all the early morning getting up and fighting the 700 terrorists and the commies. You work up a sweat, and next thing you know, you get a little spit on the back of your throat, and it's just, it happens to the best of us. Nothing to worry about, ladies and gents. All I'm trying to say is that there was a whistleblower just a few days ago, maybe about a week ago, I'm not sure, a couple of days ago, a few days ago, maybe a week ago, 10 days, who knows, doesn't matter. Whistleblower came out, fucking blowing the whistle, say, hey, look at my whistle, look at me blow. Blew it well, blew it loud, it was good, it was wet. And there's more information coming out. Alleged, I don't know what's going on. It's another UAP revelation whistleblower thing. Of course, I'm curious as an individual living in 2025. Of course, I want to know if we have, who does it? It's quite, where do we come from? What is our, what's the big questions. Like, is there anybody else out there? And sure, thinking about it, I think, for me anyway, I think it's just the universe, the multiverse, just way too big for there not to be anything. And I think it's getting, these discussions are becoming more, they're becoming more acceptable. It's not like the things they used to look at way back and be like, oh, you believe in whatever, or you think, not even believe, you'd ponder the idea of maybe there's other sorts of life out there or whatnot. It's just interesting. There's been a new video though that has been popping online. I don't know what it is. I don't know what to think of it. It is it's a video of an egg-shaped UAP or an egg-shaped UFO that's emerged, that's popping online, and it's hovering or it's being dangled with. I don't know what's happening. It could just be another. I don't know, to be honest with you. But if we were to take it at face value and say that this is a hovering spherical egg-shaped object that doesn't seem to have any, mode of traditional propulsion, there's nothing coming or going. I don't know what to make of the video. It could just be literally an egg attached to a string hanging off somewhere. I don't even know what it is. But if we were to take it at face value, what is the egg-shaped UFO UAP trying to say to us? The whistleblower said it had some sort of, I didn't watch the whole thing. I only watched fragments of it. I would like a more in-depth, interview somewhere on a large platform, so that we could all hear about it. It'd be great if that could happen. Because apparently there's feminine energy to the eggs. There's feminine psychic energy with the eggs, and it feels like the eggs are psychic and they're feminine and they're UFO eggs, and it's just giving feminine psychic vibes. And I don't know what to think of it. So I just want to tap into what do we do when we see these eggs? Why are they egg-shaped? Why are they feminine? Why are they psychic? And what do we do with them? I say, what are they trying to tell us? Let's decipher this together. They're egg-shaped, first and foremost. I think they're egg-shaped, psychically feminine, egg-shaped, which is telling us what? Let us think together. Egg-shaped, feminine, psychic, egg-shaped. It doesn't have any sharp edges, which means what? It's round, it's egg-shaped, which means, do they want us to put them in our orifices? You know what I'm talking about? Are these sick fucks trying to get us with their psychic feminine energy to just shove these? Because they're egg-shaped, it makes sense. Why else would they be egg-shaped? They could have been any shape. They've got all the shapes. If they're aliens, they probably have shapes we've never even seen before. No shapes, new shapes, spelled NU shapes. But they came with the egg shape. They know we like eggs. They know some of us allegedly carry eggs. They know that we eat eggs of other creatures. We watch the laying of eggs. We fry it, we crack it, we do all sorts of things. We do all sorts of that. So I'm just curious, the psychic feminine eggs want us to, I would assume that they will. This is what I'm going to say until we get more information. If you see a psychic feminine round-shaped egg, oval-shaped UFO UAP, if you see them, if you encounter them in person, open your legs and sit on it. Sit on them. If you are female, use your vagina. It's expandable, extremely expandable. Use it. It's like it's really magic what it can do. It's crazy how big it can get. Sit on it, capture it, encapsulate it with your vagina. If you're a male and you encounter, it's 50-50 who could see this thing first. If a male sees it, I suggest feminine round energy, psychic feminine round energy. Again, sit on it with your ass. That's traditionally, I would say that, because again, if they didn't want it to be slipped anywhere, they would have made it into a cube. They would have made it into like just a oddly, a fucking hexagon or something. But no, they went round shaped, round feminine psychic. I think it's, if your anus for whatever reason cannot support this egg, mouth it. Just open your jaw, grab your mouth and just rip your lower jaw from your upper jaw. Rip your face, and then just put it in your mouth, just shove the egg in your mouth, swallow the egg so that we have something, swallow the egg, put it inside you, make sure it's safe, and then think positively and think feminine, positive, psychic energies, and then walk with the egg to the proper authorities, or just fucking go live. Just go live somewhere. I don't even care. Don't go to the authorities, because who knows what they'll do with you, to you, with you, together with this psychic. It doesn't want you to be trans. At the end of the day, is this where it begins? Does the egg want to psychically make us trans? Think about it. Let me know. Leave a comment. If you've seen an egg, if you've turned trans because of a psychic feminine egg, then I think this is... everything seems to be moving accordingly, ladies and gents. I'd like to get some more information, to be honest with you, but I hear feminine and psychic, and I'm like, round. I know where my mind is going, and I know where our minds are going together, dude. I think we are. I think you're thinking what I'm thinking. Insertion. That's what that's what it all comes down to. They wanna fucking get inside of us. I knew it. On another note, ladies and gentlemen, a beautiful Hungarian man in Germany, 40-year-old Hungarian man in Germany, was out on a platform taking a beautiful cigarette and just inhaling and living his most beautiful. That's a great life to be living. Just 40 and smoking on a platform. That's life right there. God. He was on a platform at a train station, enjoying a drag, just a luxurious drag of a cigarette, just a smooth inhale, calming, cooling, relaxing, little bit of the, alerting, a little bit like, let's do this. All those beautiful feelings that you get from a full inhale of a cigarette. He's enjoying that. And all of a sudden he's on this platform on a train station, and the train starts moving, and he had left his luggage on the train. So he starts chasing the train, jumps between two cabins or whatever, grabs and latches on essentially to the train while it's moving at like 280 kilometers an hour. And he managed to hold on for roughly 20 miles, which is incredible, which just makes me think of other instances where you could potentially latch onto moving vehicles or modes of transportation. He did it with a train. I'm not fully aware of the repercussions. I don't know if he was awarded some sort of like, you are fucking, that's pretty dope. I don't know if he was like, I don't know if there's like a, local random, just good, overall good vibes citizen plaque sort of thing, like a daily ribbon sort of thing, everybody, we should have that. We should award people with like, so it just made me think. I don't know if he got a plaque. I don't know if he got a ribbon. I don't know if they clapped. That's impressive. Smoking and jumping on it was a high speed. It was one of those like super fast speed. It was like a high speed train. It was one of those like lame, slow trains that anybody could jump on. It's a faster speed. It was a high speed train. So this guy did it, and obviously it makes sense. Obviously his belongings were on the train. You do the same thing. You do the same thing for less. You do you'd probably do the same thing if you didn't even have any luggage on there. You'd probably do the same thing even if that train wasn't even your train. You'd probably do the same if you didn't even like trains. You'd probably do the same if you were some sort of like, if you're enjoying a drag off a cigarette and you are at a train station on a platform, just the fact that you're on a platform. Maybe you're anti-train, and it starts moving. You're train phobic. But if that train starts moving and you're finishing a cigarette, it just makes sense. God, you do want to jump on it, don't you? So that's just one mode of transportation. You can jump on other modes of transportation. You can jump on of course, automobiles, cars. I do. There's you're like, I'm not a big. I can't really see myself jumping on trains while it's moving at high speeds. Cars are another example. You can jump on a car. You could helicopters. It's more of a you gotta catch them when they're taking off. You gotta catch. That's a little bit more difficult, but I do want to let you know helicopters are another option. Boats are what are we talking, like a small 5-6 seater, like a small family boat, but nonetheless a speedboat. If it starts if you're on like, if you get a good, if you're running up and it's like, it's leaving the dock, you could definitely like, you know, run on the dock and then jump and then grab onto the edge of the boat and just fucking wrap your legs around it. Make sure you don't jump on the engine, because you could jump up and land on the engine and it would just shred. It would just shred. The propeller will shred your penis, and now you've got a shredded penis. So be careful of that, but nonetheless, you could just make sure you just jump on the side, or like just wherever the engine is, don't jump on the engine. Everywhere else is fair game. Motorcycles, another mode of transportation, of course, you could jump on after having a cigarette, and just like, you know, you see a motorcycle, jump on it. If it's moving fast, really fast. If it's a slow one, don't, but if it's fast, do it. Bicycles, I don't really care for them, to be honest with you. You could, I guess, but are you living? Other modes of transportation you could jump on are, of course, airplanes. Airplanes, you know, most people don't have access to them. Of course, if you do happen to be living near a airport, then it just happens to be so that you're very lucky. You got them. You know, some people get the tall jeans, some people get the big dicks. You got, you know, backyard airports. So there you go. Don't limit yourself. Chase your dreams. Chase your local modes of transportation, and especially if you got your belongings on it, man. For your phone is everything. Your, you know, documents, forget about it. But if it's your phone, these things cost what, like, you know, $1,000, $1,500 for a phone. That's, you know, not saying like, yeah, might as well. Who's got that kind of money and can just leave a phone on a train? God, so jump on it. If it was a baby, I'd understand. You leave your baby because, like, you could always have another one, and they're fucking annoying anyway. So, but a phone, documents, God. If it was like your elderly grandparent, fucking leave them. Who cares? They're probably got a little bit of dementia. They don't even know where they're going. It doesn't even matter. But your phone, your documents, chase it. Of course, makes sense. And again, if you don't have any documents or electronics on board, just do it for the hell of it. How many times do you get to chase things? So do that, please, ladies and gents. But I do want to say this: 2025 is going to be, we've already started. I've already, again, taken out roughly 2,000 combination of terrorists / commies myself just this morning. But I do feel like it's 2025. It's all about mean what you say and say what you mean. Another highlight of I believe, Melania Trump, beautiful First Lady, has just, you know, on the same day of the inauguration, or maybe a day, I'm not quite sure about the dates of things. Sometimes, you know, just events merge, so many things to keep track of. But nonetheless, Melania Trump, First Lady, Second Lady, it's her second time being a First Lady. There you go. It's the second First Lady. It's First Lady, still First Lady. She invented her own meme coin, which is fucking hell yeah, dude. Meme coin. I believe Donald Trump. Let's go, President Trump. Right there, dude. Fucking doing it. Meme coins. That's what it is. Meme coin. That's where we're at right now. 2025. It is time. I don't know what it means. I believe it means good things are gonna happen. I believe our economy is moving towards meme coins, and growth will be seen most, like, you know, you need to become a meme coin is what I'm trying to tell you. 2025. I saw this. I have no idea how it works. It's meme coins. It's, you know, it's like Bitcoin. It's, you know, it's traditionally, you know, you had paper, fiat money. This is non-fiat, dude. You know, beyond that, it's all online. The value of it derived, it's from, excuse me, if I may get into it, may I? Please. These things, you know, it's green, no paper, which is great. The value is, it's derived from, it's wheat. It's got value like you wouldn't believe. It's like, you know, and anybody, it's great. It's a great example. I got inspired. I want to create my own meme. I suggest we all create our own meme. It's easy. It's super easy. It doesn't take much time, and everybody can get on it. I believe you get your own meme coin, dude. This is how we all become rich. This is how we all become rich, using artificial intelligence and, you know, the computer technology and the AI and the large language learning models, and just putting it all together, and essentially somehow, you know, doing, you know, because you know, you could always do the stock trading, you could always do that, and, like, you know, just you know, but not everybody has Nancy Pelosi on her, you know, you could follow her trading, you could do that. You could ask the AI to trade, like, you know, do insider trading, you could do that too. Or you could just, like, you know what, for that's just too much, it's too much to know insider information and know why don't we just create our own money? Why don't we just create extra money? And that's what I want to do as well. I encourage you to do that as well this year. Mean what you say what you mean. It's all about getting that meme coin money. Like, keep regular money. What I want to do is essentially what I've already done is I've invested fully everything I own into just, everything. I'm talking everything into meme coins. It's a lifestyle. Some say I was born with it, but others say it's just the way it is. It doesn't matter. The point is, meme coins is where it's at. It's secure. It's safe. The value is in and of itself. It's valuable. All right. You quit asking those questions of where the value is coming, who's assigning the value, who can start these meme coins, and start creating them. I think it's great. Because that's the thing. It's everybody, if you could print your own money, but you can't. But this way you can. Like, you can't, but the government can. But you're not the government. What you are, you're an entity. You're a human being. It's better off if you're a corporation. I'm just letting you know right now. If you could just squeeze your energy into feminine psychic energy, an X-shaped energy of a meme, if you could just transform into a meme coin right now, I'm telling you right now, 2025 and moving forward is going to be very bright for you. Start off, $75 per, squirt coins. That's, jizz coins. That's going to be my coin. Jizz coins, 75 a pop. Sell them high, buy them low. That's sell high, get high, buy them low, sell them high. Let people sell low, buy, no, wait. Combination of those words put together, combined with the technology of meme coins, will enhance your life. Again, dump everything you own right now. Get your cash, get your gold, get your silver, dump it into meme coins. And I'm telling you right now, we're all gonna be just swimming in artificial digital currency, which is just like swimming. It's like we're gonna be swimming in cash, but like not actual like physical cash, because like that's gone. Most of it will be gone. It's very, but it'd be like swimming in coins. It'd be like swimming in gold coins. But it's not. Because most people don't have that. Because it'd be hard to actually swim. You'd be very rich if you were doing that, but you're not. We could all be swimming. And who would want to even swim in gold coins? I will, but I'm a commoner. I'm of the people. I will swim in gold. But the future is swimming in meme coins, which is like swimming in a lot of money, which is it's like swimming without actually physically swimming, which is the best mode of swimming. So in 2025, mean what you say what you mean, create the meme coins, become a meme coin. I've set up an appointment for myself this afternoon. I will be sitting down with a bunch of people trying to transform my body into a meme coin. I believe it starts with the core and just oozing. Somebody said oozing in an email to me, so I've been trying. They'll explain further, and I will come back here, of course, Friday, and hopefully by then I will have transformed into a full meme coin. Until Friday, ladies and gents, love y'all, peace out.